Hello there. Let me tell you a tale. A tale about the Godot game engine and a young boy from a crimson arcane. As he was stumbling in the darkness of ignorance, he found himself face to face with a new challenge. Let us hear his soul reveal his story.
Hey there, I'm Red Cryptic. I'm currently learning to become a game developer. I picked Godot as my main game engine because it looked cool, and I decided I would follow my dream and make games for a living while having my own YouTube channel. Fair warning though, you will not find any mind-blowing games here. I don't even know when I'll start making a real game, to be honest. For the time being, let's learn to make games and have fun while doing it. If you just landed here, you can watch the first devlog first for added context. Keep in mind, these were my first videos and I still have a whole lot to learn. I just think that my learning experience might be valuable to some starting developers somewhere around the world during these trying times. So now, onto the devlog. Since Devlog 1, I've been working on a little project I had in mind to help me naturally discover the basics of Godot. So far it's been great. I think I'm ready to learn something different, as I know I simply cannot finish this project because of its scope, my lack of experience, and also that each week I look at the previous week's code and I puke in my mouth. I don't want to puke in my mouth, you know? So I asked a fellow game developer, which I already mentioned in the last devlog, to give me a challenge that I shall achieve. I'm referring to Gamedevboi. He's got a channel too, go check him out, he's great. While I waited for an answer, I read the doc about pathfinding. Turns out there's a note for that. I started using it, and I'd say I didn't quite understand everything, but I still got it to work nonetheless. I'll be doing more readings on the subject in the future.
This is the moment where his faith changed before him. He would be faced with the great challenge the ancient were warning us about. This one is going to keep him up late in the autumn night. Let us hear the rest of his telling.
Oh, what's that? An incoming challenge? Let me just yoink that. So it seems I'll be reproducing a game he did when he started out. Top-down car game where you use physics on a beach ball to destroy incoming cars on the highway. Win points and temporarily spawn another ball when chain killing. You got 3 lives, take damage on contact with another car, and you die when you reach 0. Now, how do I get started? I guess I'll import the nodes I need first. Then I jump right to art as a true game developer. For real, this is probably placeholder. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I imported those sprites and got to work on making basic character movements. Then the ball's physics. In an hour, I had the main mechanics implemented. Nice. Then I might have sidetracked a little teensy tiny bit by spending about an hour or so on particles for the player. I wanted to create a water effect to convey speed, and I think I succeeded. Look at that! Although these particles effects are tanking my CPU, but only in the editor. I don't know if this is a bug, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was, as it only got this problem on my Mac. I got an FX 6300 on my main tower and an i5 8259U in my MacBook Pro 2018, so processing power definitely isn't the issue in the Mac. Anyway, I then proceeded to add my enemy car to the scene and I did some serious code. Just kidding, I did more rainy effects on the whole scene. Brr! Then I started working on the enemy car. I made it so it would scroll down slowly, and then I prepared a collision detection with the ball for future use by assigning the correct collision layers and masks. Then I spent about 2 hours designing a whole system to randomly spawn an enemy car in one of the 4 lanes by determining which lane is free, by checking how many cars are already in the lanes area 2D, and then proceeding to make more checks and math with code, and then I realized I had forgotten to write a single comment. When I came back to it an hour later, I was like, who the fuck wrote that piece of crap broken garbage? Yeet! and I started the whole thing from scratch. Instead, I let the car decide which lane to take upon spawning. I'll just check which lane has the least car by keeping track of it in a variable for each lane. I'll use area 2D signals to add and subtract to that variable. Keep it simple and stupid, they say. This week I didn't have a whole lot of time to work on things, so I hope next week will be better. Eventually, if I reach monetization with this channel, I plan on spending more time on the whole content production side of things. My end game is to live off YouTube and friends, although I'm not thinking about turning on monetization as long as I post shit content. Give me 100 videos or something. Until next time, may your code run true.
As the boy found himself faced with his new challenge, he had the revelation that his new challenge was in fact not the one he was originally thinking. No, this new challenge was not a mere game development challenge. Far from that, his true challenge was time management.